But most importantly, for the financial sector, it would be important to understand the available financial products that exist in the market currently on the value chain that can be tapped by the various persons that are playing. And in this case, we'll be focusing all the way from the producers all up to the consumers, because we'll be interested in the consumers because they should produce what the consumers want in terms of quality and quantity and time. This will be key to the financial sector in terms of structuring the various products that will be, and this would be key in terms of the times that will be required for repayment. Understanding quality and quantity will then mean structuring the products that will be in the farm input, in the fodders, and the soil types, and which areas the various quality of livestock will be coming from. Then what it would take to have the quality and quantity which I've just mentioned means that if they have the resources available from the breeds, do they have the right breed, do they have the right grass, do they have, and that right grass, is it on the right soil? All those will go with the value chain financing. The value chain, the various types of financial products will go with that. Then again, there will be insurance. Insurance will be dependent on all this. So in the 3 minutes, I may not say so much, but everything is kind of related, but the relationship is driven by the producers and the market that is consuming. Then if that market is reliable, then we are pushed to now structure the right products, and then we are pushed to push the banks to come to a brokering table to show them case from the studies done by the desk review studies that this product is consumable, it's to this level, it gives return and can pay back. Because to the bank, I think that is what is key. Currently, I think we have working capital available for the livestock farmers, and this is available both from the government, given through the various budget allocations that are there. We have NGOs that already have some of those fundings, and we also have private banks that have realized that all the way from we have Muslims and non-Muslims, so people are now very sensitive and they already know. So that means therefore money has been put aside for working capital for livestock farmers. And secondly, for the abattoirs, there are people who have been financed. I know in Kenya we have 2 abattoirs that are private. I'm not sure, but I've heard that we have 2 private abattoirs, meaning there is long-term capital financing that can be availed, but the structuring is not yet finalized because the expertise within the banks to structure that kind of financing is still lacking. So we'll be looking for experts either from elsewhere in countries where they've gone a bit far in this to help in coming up with village abattoirs, and also because it will be key to have several of the like. And also in the abattoirs, we'll be looking at the lower value chain, how we can have commercial villages mobilizing enough cows to be able to attract private partnerships in setting up abattoirs, because if it requires capital, then you must only put in capital when you have enough of the producers, if you are sure of the production that will come in. So we'll be looking for the financial products that will suit the mobilization at village levels to also push the abattoirs that can then invest in capital infrastructure of the abattoir. I think it requires a lot, all the way from certification, trade requirements, Kenya, the local certification, regional certification, and export purposes. And also for, you may have the meat today, but it will be consumed next year. So how do you thin this meat? Can it also have dry meat? Can it also, you will be looking at various types of products that can come out, and therefore what would be required and what investments would be. We need to understand the various types of agricultural produce that make the animal feed, the animal, what is it called, the crop seed that would be mixed to make nutritious animal feed. So that in that we are talking about cotton, and the same areas do a lot of livestock, and the same areas are affected by climate change. So we are looking into increasing productivity. Then we should be looking into those other crops that would add nutrition. Then two, we'll be looking at consumption. Can the BOP market consume this more? We know from traditional inheritance that people even used to dry meat and eat it over a month or so. What should be done to make this more commercial, so that the preservation and the consumption of this meat, more research should be done on what would promote and also in quality. What people are used to traditional cows that take up to 5 or 10 years. Do we have breeds that can be within a shorter period and things like that? So those breeds will attract financial investments. But who is the trader, the private sector, who is willing to take up to that? And have we mobilized groups that are willing to absorb those technologies?